Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the WAP podcast. This is episode 2. We got myself, Firas, Ziggy, and we got a guest today, Apze. If he would like to introduce himself, he is more than welcome to. If not,
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Apze. I stream on Twitch. Utterly unqualified to be here, but yet somehow here.
No, you're more than qualified. And yeah, today's episode is going to be mostly about 2v2 just because we've got some pretty dope tournaments coming up soon. Lucky Madman's hosting one, and there's a
yeah,
also new 2v2 version of the France vs. World tournament coming up where we got like random teammates mixed between French and global server and all sorts of cool stuff. So mostly going to do 2v2 on this, and then we've also got the new form of 2v2 coming out in RTA soon as well. Actually, did you look up see how long that lasts?
2 weeks. So
Two
the
two
so May
weeks.
2nd through the 15th.
Okay,
that's right.
nice. Oh man, that's gonna be the best 2 weeks. But yeah, so if we want to get started on the 2v2, the main thing is just like, how do you guys feel about 2v2 compared to regular RTA, right? Because you use the same monsters, the same box. It's really difficult to be ruined for both. So like for those 2 weeks, are you guys just going all in on 2v2? Like, do you like it that much more than regular, or what's up?
I'm probably
So
going to fully reruin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it just because mainly you and I are going to be teammates in these tournaments, right?
Yep.
So I'll dedicate myself for these 2 weeks and call it done. I'll be happy.
I'm not sure yet. So most of my drafts are pretty. I mean, since I do CC cleave typically, I will probably not even really need to rerune.
Yeah. That's
Um,
true.
I may have like some. I don't know. I may have a couple like Swift strategies that I don't typically have runed up that are added in addition, but I don't think I'm gonna have a do. I have to do like a full rerun.
Yeah. It's weird because we haven't gotten to see like a fully fleshed out version of what 2v2 is going to look like meta wise, because I mean, they released it and everyone was super excited, but I feel like the only people who really ruined heavily into it were like streamers. Because like if you queued up against anybody who wasn't like a streamer or some form of content creator, it felt like they just had all their regular RTA builds on and you just absolutely roll them.
Yeah.
But then like the real games were like if you queued into like I know Topa and Make It a Bud were like
Oh,
they
yeah.
were like try harding like big time. We played them like 50 games in a row.
That was fun though. That
Yeah,
was
no,
fun
it's
though.
fun, but like it feels like a totally different game. Like the same units, just they're just I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird.
Another thing is it brings out a lot of units that you wouldn't normally. I don't know how much we want to spoil, but thing is, some units have changed since the last time we were talking about when 2v2 first came out. I don't know if we want to spoil it, but there's certain units like 4 stars and 3 stars you'll never see in regular RTA, but
No, yeah,
they have a chance in 2v2 because they can just fit a nice niche role that doesn't really it's not detrimental for you to ruin it because you have your partner to also have equal rune quality, right? So
yep,
you don't need a box of 40
yeah,
when it comes to
exactly.
2v2. Both you and your partner
You could
can
have
like
like 10
really
each.
focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 10
Now you
unique
now you got a
units each
20 monster pool you get to dig into.
with your best runes. Now, how much does that compare with everyone else's best runes? I don't know, but
Yeah,
it can be pretty interesting if you can get creative with your drafts, right?
yeah. I mean, I think it balances RTA too. Like just
Mm.
the format of it just naturally balances RTA. Like I don't know how you guys feel about like
I do think it's going to. So I know there's some thought of like exactly how the meta is going to shake out, but my limited chances to play it was that I feel like first turn is like way stronger
yeah,
in 2v2, specifically because if you outspeed them, it's now a 6v3
yeah.
on turn
If you
one.
wipe the deck, yeah,
Yeah, so to me it feels like the natural thing to do is try to crush one side like before they can move, and then you just have a 6v3 where their area effect stuff is half as effective.
Yeah. The
And
tough thing though is like when you commit like that, if they commit in the opposite direction, you're kind of screwed. Like cuz when you have to throw your strips and your AoEs into one half of their like let's just say they go full RNG bruiser and then the other side just gets to go untouched, like there's some units in this game that can 3v6. Like if your team if you have 6 units that can't deal with Douglas, you're losing to the Douglas. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
that you have 6 instead of 4. You're losing to the Douglas. It's same with
yeah,
like so it's kind of tough like the people who are going to struggle is if they try to divvy it up like one guy like cuz people are going to be solo queuing for this stuff and like if some dude just like first picks a speed lead or whatever and his teammates like I ain't room for that shit like I'm going right into my Riley and whatever like those teams are going to stink but
yeah, it would be kind of interesting to figure out if there's a like this is just I'm completely going off the cuff on this because I haven't done the analysis to see if this is going to be a real thing. But it would be interesting to see if there is a sort of degenerate state you can get the game into where one side of a team drafts all of the counters to the thing that the other side drafts.
yeah
So like so one guy literally picks like more Joe Gun, the other side picks Molly Fire Ryu.
yeah
Yeah.
I
And
know
it's
yeah
just like and then, but the problem is I think that it doesn't exactly work because there's Barbaras, there's LD5s,
yeah
there's
and those units are much better in here too.
Yeah. Especially the Barbaras and
Yeah, like
Mashas.
the fact that Barbara is unaffected by a Leo, can attack the
Mhm.
side that doesn't have the ragdoll, or like
Yeah.
just all sorts of different stuff. Like,
yeah, I do think yeah, Barbara's going to be insanely good in this.
yeah,
If
it,
you're the one that's fortunate to not face the Leo, though, right? That's what makes it interesting
Well,
on
there's
maybe
no
the
Leo
hot
though.
day.
he doesn't work.
You can't
You're
you
never gonna pick Leo.
Oh, right. I totally forgot Leo was no. Remember, Leo can't even
there is
be
no
picked.
Leo in 2v2. It's
Oh,
the
Yeah,
only
I
you
unit that you
totally
can't.
forgot.
oh you physically can't draft him.
Yeah, you cannot
No,
draft
Oh,
Leo in
I
2v2.
I
totally
forgot
forgot
about
about
that, but
that.
he would suck anyway because
Yeah,
he's only gonna put it on the other side, and then both of those teams, you and your opponent, are gonna get lapped like fucking crazy. The other two sides are at 300 something. You're sitting at 100. You're literally getting 3 turns to every every
at least,
one.
at least that's how we think it should work. But
It's how every
like, I remember,
passive works.
no, but
They
remember,
better
there was
not make
some
an exception.
passives. There was some passives that were an exception. I can't remember it right now.
I
There
don't
were
think
some
so.
units. No, there was, dude. I'm telling you, I
Cause
can't
like
remember it.
remember when we were trying like a single target nuke comp and like um what's his
Yeah,
face
that's
like
that. No,
Odin and
you were right.
stuff.
Yeah,
He can physically be the one to get the kill, but if it's diagonal from him, he doesn't get the stacks for
yeah,
having
which
killed
I
the
think is
thing.
broken.
That's
Broken
so
in a
dumb.
bad way.
The
Yeah,
fact
like
that
I.
he is the one who gets the kill, but
Mhm.
because it's technically not on his side of the battlefield,
Yeah, I
he
mean, a
doesn't get
lot
stacks.
depends. A lot depends, I think, for that, like what they consider to be the side of the battlefield
Yeah,
where the effect is taking place. Like, for instance, one of the ones that is curious to me is like, say, Wind Monkey, for instance. Can he
yeah.
counterattack diagonal?
No, he can't.
Can he not? Well, no. What I
No.
mean
Well,
is
yeah,
if
he
if they
can.
hit his team,
Yeah, if they hit his team, he can go diagonal. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just if people are wailing on your ally, he doesn't do anything, which I think is the correct way. Like he should be protecting his side when
his
it's
gang.
getting hit. Same
Yeah,
with like ragdoll and stuff. Like he should be protecting his side. But I just think it just balances the game like because it just goes from like a perfect thing where it's like AoEs are always going to be way too strong in this game compared to single target in a game where you're always fighting 4 versus 4. At least at the start of the battle, you're always fighting 4 versus 4. An AoE skill is almost this single target skill has to be so fucking good to be better than the AoE skill. It's not even funny. But as soon as you break it into 2v2, it's like a perfect balance. Like you're hitting 50% of the field. That's still better than single target, but then single target still has its place because you can
yeah.
use like but single target
pickings.
damage has its place.
Yeah,
The only issue then though is like, will it actually be one of those things where AEs are too weak in comparison? Like for instance, there's lots of single target snipe comps that are almost good enough to be comparable to like an AE team, like in current RTA, right?
Yeah.
And in specifically 2v2, will it just be like, oh, you have two people run two single target snipe teams?
I just don't know if there's
Like
enough units.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
I
well, you
mean,
can break
You're
some
almost
out.
you're almost out of units. There's only a handful, which
well, but the thing is if we're talking like competitive, like if everyone's playing everything, like there's going to be like Han Bella people, there's going to
yeah,
be
that type of
Barbara,
comp, yeah.
like just a like a G3 quality Swift Daphnis by itself
Yeah.
is kind of OP when you have 6 targets to choose from to pick the weakest one.
Yep.
Somebody's
Um,
bound to have immunity in that case as well. So, for an example, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but those comps are like I don't know. The one thing I never really liked about like the Han Bella comp. Now, obviously, if someone a comp like that, if they've just got way better runes than you, you're you're just fucked. Like that
Yeah.
comp's gonna shred you. But those comps have to telegraph exactly what they're doing right at the beginning of the draft, and that's what kind of makes them like weaker, especially in a draft where each side is picking 8 units. It's like they kind of have to show their hand with they've either got to start right off the bat with taking the speed leads or taking the nukers, like,
yeah,
and you've
so
got 8 picks to kind of figure out what to do with that.
I guess from a theory perspective, then the way you would want to set up your team is to basically identify a whole bunch of sets of 2 units that basically synergize with
Yep,
one other unit on your team,
Yeah.
exactly.
and then figure out which sets of 2 units synergize with each other as well, like if you set it up correctly, and then you basically only ever draft it that way, where
Yeah.
you always end up with like a strong pair plus like a weak addition,
Yep.
or if you're lucky, a strong addition but not necessary, and then that way like they can never lock you out of an entire draft basically.
Yeah, and the way you take it further is you start your draft off with the most versatile ones out of it. Like Ryu is good in every situation.
Yeah, I'll
Like
be
Chung Peng, especially in 2v2, is gonna go right back to being the best unit in the game, in my opinion. Maybe not the
yeah,
best
because
first pick. Like I think Ryu's still the best first pick, but he's gonna go right back to being the strongest unit in the game because he's
I feel
so
like
versatile.
Savannah might edge him out
I mean,
in 2v2.
she's so good in that format
Like,
too. But the fact that
but
he's an AOE strip is just
I think having the hybrids of like they're good single targets and good AOE, like Savannah fits that role, that exact thing, because she can
yep,
do everything right as that single target. Where you wanna, if you properly tune like between your partner, everything is properly tuned. Where your Savannah is like faster than your opponent's or your partner's units,
yep,
and obviously your own, where
yeah,
they can you could have versatility in the way you're going to be playing out any kind of team you face. I feel like Savannah is going to be better than Chung Peng.
no,
When you,
not better.
yeah,
She's gonna
no,
be
I think
really
so.
good. No, no one's
She's
better.
going to be
Chung
really
Peng's the
good.
king.
I don't know, dude. I'm feeling like I think Hathor even.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Hathor's gonna be damn good too, and she was like Topa and Make It Bud when 2v2
Yeah,
was like popular for a while. They
it's
were using
brutal.
Hathor every game.
actually on that note, the single target strip CC or strip disruption units might be even better than the kill units. So like weirdly enough, ISIS might be a backup. Like you could do ISIS
I
and
think Ice would be OP.
not Savannah. Sorry, ISIS, Hathor.
Yeah,
Like you technically, what are the other ones? You have
Hemos.
Jos- Josephine, Hemos. Yeah, actually, I just 2A'd Hemos actually.
Dude,
Oh my
he was the
god,
first one I did. His base speed makes me so sad.
Yeah, it does.
you can't do
But yeah, so
anything with that speed.
you have what, like Josephine, Leona. You
Poor
have
guy.
Okeanos, Manananan.
Do you think
Actually,
Oki was pretty good? I remember Oki was
Well,
being used quite a bit in 2v2.
well, the strip lockdowns, we had like our most success using Bering. Like when Bering was on my best violence set.
Was it?
Yeah,
I don't remember
dude,
that.
that was because you were using like boosters, things like Escher, stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I just had my best violence set on Bering, and dude, he's fucking insane in that format. Like the fact that you can just turn that side off, just shut it off,
Yeah.
Because you were using Nyx, so I could aim it to your side and get a 3-turn silence on that side if I wanted to, or I can go back to this side. It's like,
Yeah, self-contained units are also, I imagine, going to be a lot stronger. So like Wajat, Wolyung are going to be kind of sick.
I don't know about
Um,
Wedjat. I don't think he's ever gonna be
well,
sick.
he heals now, man.
And
It's not
it does help. It helps his viability. But he can never boost your ally's side. He has no versatility. His boost's
That
Yeah.
kind of
automatic to
sucks.
your side.
Wolyung, however, can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's nice.
Let's see. Who else is like that? I mean, I don't think Juno is quite as good because you just avoid her and then 63 or 62 again.
But I hate Juno so much, and she's just as scary to be avoided as she is to hit. Because like if you literally just let her sit there in S2 on rotation, just you can just lose the game off that one unit.
Yeah.
Like she gets
Juno is
a clutch stun here, some more single target damage, more single target damage. S2 this side, clutch stun there. Like she can change the game like at the snap of a finger, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's attached to a strip. She can't be locked down. She's a really low value reset target. You just have to take it, and you just have to hope that
Yeah.
you don't
I mean,
get
the one
screwed.
nice thing is if Barbara is more common, Barbara is like a really
Yeah.
good Juno killer.
Yep.
Good
Trying to
point.
think of like what other units like. I mean, even yeah, Barbara. I mean, honestly, though, Narsha is going to be fucking insane. So
Oh,
every Narsha is going to be
Narsha's just insane anyway. I
yeah,
mean,
but
honestly, so is Masha though. Not
could be
as
strong.
good.
yeah,
It's gonna
Not
be
as good, but
insane.
I
Sure.
still love Masha. Masha still has like a place in my heart.
So sweet. Do you guys think like the Diana Verd is gonna like other than a Swift Verd? I don't even know if Swift Verd is really viable in 2v2.
I don't think
Like,
it will be because
Mhm.
Swiftbird doesn't like Swiftbird's obviously pretty strong right now,
mm-hmm.
but like he becomes less good the less units that he's boosting. And you can't
Naturally.
really use him to CC people, so you would have to use him specifically with some kind of damage rotation instead of a CC rotation because you're only locking down one side.
Yeah, cause we tried Swift Verd comp, remember, for us with
Yeah,
my Swift Bale, and that's his name, right? Bale.
yeah, Bale, yeah, the
Yeah,
fire,
Fire
because he didn't have
Demon.
Mephisto. Oh, you still don't have Mephisto, right?
No, I don't have Mephisto.
Yeah,
But
so yeah, it was Bale.
Bale's still good for that though, just because he has something he can do on the next turn.
Hmm.
But
Swift Bale would be really cool. I would like Bale to be good.
he's fun. He's a satisfying unit, especially
If
like
you
when
have
you
the
have an
Swift Verd.
ally who can pick the Gemini and stuff for you. Because when
Mm-hmm.
you try to do shit like that in your own draft, it's like it's way too rune intensive. Everybody knows what you're doing while you're picking it, so they just like immediately are going into Hey Gang and blah blah blah. But in this, it's like if they want to leave the Gemini, hit the side that doesn't have the Hey Gang. Fuck them. Like you don't have to hit the Hey Gang side.
Yeah.
Gemini the other side.
It makes for some interesting picks and bans when you're fighting someone who can read what's going on.
Yep.
It does make it like very interesting. That I'm starting to remember our matches too. But honestly, I think the most fun we had was with the Odin, the single target.
Yeah, no,
Nonsense.
it is super fun.
It was so tilting though when they would 15 the daft 15 my daftness or
Yeah,
something.
it's just annoying though that like and I don't want them to change it because if they change it for Odin and Bulwark and whatever where they go diagonal, then you have to do it for every passive and I don't want them to do that. But
Like
it is
what?
a
Hold on,
shame.
hold on.
It's a
Like what?
shame.
What unit that can also go diagonal would gain a ridiculous like who would benefit
But
other
like
than the lightning emperors?
even this girl, I don't even know. Can you guys see my screen?
I can see your screen. Lexi?
But like if she was affecting the other side and she's blocking heals on both sides and is gaining stacks, like how ridiculous would that be? You'd be fuck every single turn 2 team would have to ban her. She's just countering everything and
Yeah,
nuking everything.
I can see that. Okay, sure. And
Like
Antares, I guess, would be insane if you can go diagonal.
oh god, no. Don't even.
No, he
I
can't.
wouldn't play the
Yeah,
game mode. I
I
wouldn't
would
play
I
it.
would Oh, I would be playing so much in Terry's.
Shut up.
I just wouldn't
Shut
play
up.
that game mode ever. That's all it would take for me to just never
But
play
okay,
that game
hold
mode
on.
again.
But for the exception of the Lightning Emperors, I don't think it's broke. It's not. I think it's legitimately broken. He should be gaining his stacks if he kills somebody on the
If
opposite.
he's the one who kills it,
If
yeah,
he, yes, if he
yeah,
is
like
the
come
one,
on,
yeah,
yeah.
100%. There's no argument. You can't tell me that's not how it's supposed to work. I'm pretty sure that's how it should work.
I mean, all that really requires, though, that they don't even have to codify that as like a change in how it works. All they have to do is specify
Exactly.
that
His
that
skill.
oh, that it's
Yeah.
based like his passive works based on when one of your teammates kills something,
Yeah.
as opposed to that way. Like they would just change it so if your friend kills something in front of you, it does not work for Odin. So even if it's on your side, it wouldn't work. But now it works if you kill something on either side.
Mhm. Is that
Like,
better or worse now? If it's done
because
that way
I
instead.
feel like you shouldn't get both. You either get
No,
I
you
get
shouldn't. I
stacks.
agree.
I don't know, but
But
the only
which one's better? Which one's worse?
it's better the way it is right now, where your ally, because then you don't have to have every nuker on your team. You can spread the nukers out. Your Daphnis can get a kill on my side, then I can get stacks and kill something. Like it's definitely better the way it is now. It's just really fucking annoying to blow your 5 stacks, kill something, and now you're at 0 stacks. You're just
Don't get any
you're
reback.
just dead meat right off the bat.
I still no.
He's
I still
just a
think
weird one, and
they
they'll
keep
never
it at,
change it.
keep it as it is and have Odin gain stacks if only he himself kills on the opposite side. It
Yeah,
still makes sense to me that he himself should get if he gets to kill him.
it's just how do you
Not
word that
anybody.
though without it being like
You
this is
wouldn't word it.
specifically for 2v2?
You don't word it any other way. It makes sense to me that he would still gain stacks off. Like if somebody
Yeah, I know.
diagonal
Yeah,
kills
because he's
on
involved
my
in it.
team, yeah, but no, but like for example, if somebody on diagonal kills one of my units and I have Vanessa, does Vanessa not revive anymore because my opponent is the one who killed it, or the diagonal opponent?
Yeah,
No.
well, that and if you kill something with a Rocky, you're still gonna get the endure buff, even if you kill it diagonal.
Well, she gets it now whether she kills or
well,
not.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, the way she worked
Before
before.
that, before that addition was made, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Odin should still get it, and not
I
just
mean,
Odin, like the Dark Guy too, whatever his name is.
well, I mean, the problem is that it's again, there's lots of ones that kind of make like for instance, Nyx's passive doesn't work for his own glancing when he hits diagonal,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
that's right. Yeah, no, you're right. 100%, you're right.
But
Which is kind of dumb.
hair tight. Don't say that with Apze around. We need that
I
unit
mean,
to
they,
we
no,
need that unit
they
to
need,
stay in the dumps.
no, they need to buff it. They need to buff him
Oh,
so hard.
you already have too many good usable units.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that. No, but you know
Greedy.
what I don't? I told you I've mentioned this a couple times. I'm going into I'm going to be a Reap main now. I'm no longer buying LD scrolls. I'm only buying Reap.
Oh
And
fuck.
then I'm gonna light them on fire every month and only taste speed on Swift units or Swift runes. That's all I'm doing from this
It's so
point
much
forward.
more sadness. I mean, I
It
wouldn't
is
know.
It is.
I've never bought. I never have and never will buy a Reap pack.
so the problem is that assuming I'm spending money. This is a complete digression. Feel free to cut this out of the
No, this is
podcast.
fine
No,
because
no.
I have the same mentality as you. I buy everything
Assuming I'm
with an
spending
LD in it, but I don't.
assuming I'm spending money, I always went for the things that were fun. What I
Yeah.
realized is that I can spend money for a year and not get anything fun. And I'm not gaining any power either. Even when I get something quote unquote fun, I don't get any stronger from it, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Like unless you land one of like the power 9 essentially of LD5s, like you
Yep,
don't
this
get
guy.
any power
Yeah.
boost. Most of them suck, and they will
Um,
not buff them at a rate fast enough to make them relevant.
no, that's true.
Yep, I know.
Unfortunately.
You're looking at 3,000 LD scrolls right here, in one unit on the screen.
At least he's kind of cool. Look at him.
Yeah,
He's
I
cool.
know.
Well, but he got the skin just came out in time.
Literally,
save.
like two
Ziggy-
days later.
Ziggy was about to destroy his own account, and then the skin saved him. The
No.
skin, just yeah, it was.
But like, in all honesty, he's only bad because of this meta. he doesn't work against Douglas and shit. Like it just doesn't work. You're gonna get fucking clapped. But
Maybe they should make Douglas. Well, no, I was about to say maybe they can change Douglas so he's not quite so bad against like so egregious against multi hitters. But
it's
the problem is
you have no chance if you're a multi
the
hitter.
problem. The problem is he's not good already. Like people like to think Douglas is good. He's not actually good. Like
No, he's broken. The thing is though, it has nothing to do. This is where people get confused. It has nothing to do with what he does in the match. It doesn't matter what he does in the match. It's when you, as a team builder, as a person who likes to theory craft and make teams, it's what Douglas does to you while you're ruining your own team.
yeah,
You are bottlenecked by that unit's existence.
Yes.
Just it doesn't matter if you never lose to a Douglas. Your team has to account for him. Period.
yeah.
And if your
And
units are weak to him, get him out of your box. Because
I mean, and that's the same problem I have
Juno,
with
Diana,
Juno is like
yep.
that's why Gina, who's like the most fun unit they've produced in like forever, is a pick 4/5 guaranteed along with 6 other units. Like imagine
Which
the
means you
draft.
can't design your team around her. Which means you don't really want to use her.
Imagine I
Yeah.
could ever have Gina Tableau in a team. You literally can't
No.
because you have Leo and you have Juno.
And you're gonna get Antares on top of it, so that's gonna make you think twice too about keeping your Tableau in, and it's just
So why is it I think Juno is no problem at all? Like almost no problem at all for me, but I hate the living fuck out of Douglas. Complete opposite of
It's
what Apps.
because you ruin fast and I ruin effective. Like, and I don't mean that like every unit I ruin has some. It's like just exactly like what Zig was saying. Every unit I ruin has a chance of killing a Douglas. Like even my wind units have enough attack that like I can technically get lucky and have Oliver just one shot at Douglas late in the match.
But you also have to be like lucky with those rune drops because I love attack slot 4. I've been chasing attack slot 4. I re-up attack slot
I
4
only
even
have
before
one.
Douglas. I don't have targets. I don't know how. I never got any good re-up targets. I did get a couple. I re-upped them. They went out. They turned out good enough.
This is my only attack slot 4 on my whole account. I don't even own a will one. This
You
is
never like saved it.
I don't know. I
You
mean
know.
I have no idea. I just don't have one.
Well, anyways, but like I want attack runes. I don't get them. I don't. My account does not
Well, I
produce
mean
attack runes.
your acceptable level of quality may be different than mine though is the other thing because I'll take sacrifice like I'll make my entire team 260 speed if I have to make sure that Douglas doesn't work.
Couldn't be me. But
Right,
see,
like I mean
I don't know what that
that's
is.
the part that I don't like though. The fact that you even have to think about that because of one unit. This game has thousands of units.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One unit makes you do that.
Well, so sort of, but I mean, but there's that's true, but they have a long history of doing this though. They have
No, I
Leo,
know.
they have Juno, they have Douglas, they have
But the problem is though it's like it's the accumulation is what makes it brutal. When your team was
yes.
only weak to Leo, you could just say I'm banning the Leo. But now
Yes.
when you compile it and it's like Antares and Douglas, they're pretty damn similar units, right? If you're weak to one, your odds are you're pretty weak to the other one too. So you're
I
gonna
banned
fight
Douglas
both of
over
those.
Antares.
Then they can throw Leo on top of it to gimp your rune quality. So now you have to decide: do I want to keep my runes and ban the Leo? Do I want to? It's just the counter picks are too strong. Like I'm okay with counter picks existing.
Well,
but
and then the issue that comes with that, and just as an addendum to that, now that we're just talking general RTA basically, is
Yeah.
that the issue becomes that, and this is like a let me like just hassle come to us in general for a second, is the counter to the counters are almost always LD5s.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
the
where
real
I
answer
land.
is that as you become more premium at the game, you no longer have to worry about a lot of these units because you have a counter that counters that unit, but is also generally good against the
It's
rest of the
just
field.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like I I don't mind Tessa. I don't mind Herney and things like that. And like they counter those units, but they're not. They're just not good enough. Like they're
No.
fine, and you can use them, but they're just not good enough.
Well, no, hold on. No. For let's say Herney, I don't. Well, before even I want to get into that, but between Antares and Douglas, I find Douglas way worse
Oh,
than
100 times worse.
because Antares you can stomp with rune quality.
Yep.
Douglas, even if you have good rune quality, like your efficiency's in the 130s, but because I don't have high enough attack, even though I'm 130 efficiency, I just don't have a high. Well, like
Yeah.
I have high attack.
Well, yeah, it's
But
because we're
15
plus
plus
180. We have max accuracy. We have 30,000 health. Like,
that's what infuriates me about
there's only
Douglas.
so many rolls you can get. But
Into
here's the thing.
attack.
Here's the thing. If you did change your runes to better suit you versus Douglas, by proxy, you're reducing your chance of beating Antares because you're gonna have to throw away some of that HP and you're gonna have to throw away
Yeah,
some of that defense. So
like
now
it's
you're getting weaker to the other one as you account for this guy.
and to the Dianas too. Like Diana's
Yo, God, if you have
best
less
friend.
than 40,000 health, you almost have to ban Diana unless you just want 2 procs
So
of hers to take out 2 of your units.
that's where my profile and the like. I don't mind drafting Oblivion units against these passive units. I've been getting more into it, but then like my Herney, she glances it all the
Oh
time.
yeah, you're
Am I
not gonna
supposed to build?
land.
Am
Yeah.
I supposed to build my Herney at 85 accuracy plus 2,000 attack, and then like how? What's a Herney like that gonna do on the field?
To then just get 15'd anyway on the
Yeah, like
Oblivion.
it's like if for like when they buffed Herney, I was happy, but then they didn't give the right buff where they could have at least made it crushing hit all the time. So then Douglas is even less of a issue for me. For people who don't have high attack, I only have one unit high attack. It's not even high enough attack. Remember I was showing you apps, my more.
Yeah.
It has like plus 180 speed, 85 accuracy, but it only has plus 1600 attack, and like that's not enough.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
lost to a
the
That's
cult
Douglas
actually
earlier.
not enough,
Yeah, I only
and
have
that's
1400. I
stupid.
lost to a
That's
Douglas
actually
earlier.
stupid. To me.
I think the
Yeah.
highest cult style more I've seen is like plus 2100 attack at like 270 maybe.
I can
Dude,
do that, but I spread my despair runes. So
mhm.
I can't like I just got a
See,
really nice
that's
attack
it.
slot 6 for
See, like,
despair, but it's spread. It's on my Jogun, so like they're all sharing. Like it doesn't work.
see, that's my frustration though. If I know apps, you're okay with like dedicating your whole box for Douglas. I am not
Me
because
Well,
neither.
no, it's
I
not.
fight such a
I
variety.
resist it.
Well, so it's not. So that's not entirely true though, because the real answer is against a bullshit Luxac RNG setup, like the
Mhm.
Swiftbird style. Since apparently that's the only thing I fucking play anymore, I should probably play something else. Is really it's based around a trifecta where any two of those three kills Douglas, and it's Jogun, Moore, Verd. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, and those are pretty much 3 of the only units in the game that do.
yeah. So I mean, but that's why
That's
Swiftbird
all of them.
works for so many people is because there's a ton of people picking Douglas, and what you actually do is like half the time you pick like Chung Pung Charlotte early to try to bait them into picking Douglas, and then you just let them have this. Like, okay, have Douglas, cool, and then they
And,
ban one of your primary 3, and then you just
mhm.
kill him.
See, and I'm down for that. I love that strategy. Remember years ago, I used to first pick Savannah to bait out Leo, so I can take 0 speed units and just fucking punish them with like the most insane efficiency. Like, and
I feel like
that's the
that
same
still works.
idea.
It
It
does
do-
still work. I get Leo to every time I click this unit, it's automatic Leo.
yeah, they just got to build zero
People are
speed
still
units.
fucking programmed.
Yeah,
Like,
and I
I
love
feel like 0 speed Tableau would be the best. Just pick that absolutely first.
it. I wonder. Then
Dude,
you fight the guy who
this
doesn't
guy is
own a Leo.
actually a Leo counter juggernaut, and they always leave him in. He hits so fucking hard now.
After he gets his berserker mode, right,
Dude,
or whatever it's called.
I
What's it
killed
called?
I don't even
It,
know.
it's berserker, isn't it?
Yeah, Berserk.
It was berserk. Okay,
Dude,
close
I
enough.
killed a bison from like fucking 30% a couple wings ago. Just S2ing him because I had Berserk up. And
I want to see this.
it's just so good.
I got sidetracked again because I was talking about how Douglas is worse than Antares. For me personally,
Well,
he's
yeah,
worse.
you have to pick your poison. If
Yeah,
you go
but then
higher
after
attack,
that,
lower tankiness, you're gonna
what
lose
was
to
it? I was
Antares
gonna say something else. What was
if
it?
they get lucky enough.
Yeah. Oh, we were saying about how the LDs counter the shitty counters. I'm gonna call them shitty counters. But like, And then I was gonna like Herney should be landing crushing hit, and like they should just make the Oblivion units better. I know this is a fucking old argument.
Yeah.
I want to say this match.
Well, even what's his face, Tessa. If he hits a Douglas, the Douglas revenges him before the Oblivion even lands.
Goofy, dude. It's so goofy.
I killed a Tessa the other day. It was literally Tessa versus my Douglas as the last 2 units. He hits me. He gets the Oblivion after, but I revenge him anyway because I wasn't Oblivioned when he hit me, and I killed him.
Yeah.
And I won. It's like it's so dumb. But yeah, dude, every S2 from this guy is fucking 15k, 14k, like just crazy shit. And his S3, like he gets to use his next S3 while Berserk is still active. It does like 18k between the 2 hits. Like no def breaks, no attack buffs, no nothing. Just raw damage. It's insane. He's not even built on attack. I have him just.
I want quad Berserker matches from this point or Barbarian King matches from this point forward.
But they nerfed them. They nerfed your favorite one. However, his name
dark one.
Yes, the dark one. Dark.
Mimir is actually fucking sick, by the way.
I don't have him.
I don't have him either.
Dude, I fed him. I pulled him right when like the game like started, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And I fed him to something. Cocaine. I don't know.
You were on some crack cocaine.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't him. Who the hell is it? There's.
Oh, it wasn't Mimir.
I can't remember. There's one of these fuckers that I pulled that I.
You wish you didn't?
No, it's like a good unit. Maybe I've pulled it at this point. I forget. I don't know. I can't remember. Actually, it might have been the dark one. That might be why I was thinking about it. But now he's been an HOH.
My first 5-star LD pull was Hrungnir, and
mine was
a little salty about it.
Mine was this guy, fucking Figaro.
I love Figaro, dude. He's the best budget Gianna on this.
I've never built a Figaro, but I got him awakened in my Pokedex right there. Gotta love it.
I missed the HOH for him. I think I pulled him, or maybe I didn't. I should check. I may not have actually ever pulled him. I may not even have.
If you don't have one by now.
No, I mean I don't think I do. My light Nat 4 box is disgustingly
like mine.
Really
mine's pretty weak until you pulled me a Kinky recently. It was.
Can I have a Tableau? I just want a Tableau.
I would kill for a Tableau. I would trade Kinky. I'd trade all my LD4s for a Tableau. Just take them all. Take my Icaruses, my fucking 3 Halfuses. Just take them.
Take them all.
My
take
Mollies.
my 8 Jins. All 8 of them. Take them.
So yeah, anyways, 2v2.
Yeah, back to 2v2. Well, until it's out, dude, we're kind of out of it.
I know, but no, that was good though, because like most of those units, like we're talking about the top units in regular RTA right now, and hopefully those will be a lot more balanced in 2v2. I think Douglas still does the exact same thing in 2v2 as he does in regular. Like the units he kills, he still kills. If there's 6 of them, it really doesn't matter. Like. You're gonna win.
Yeah, the only thing you can do though is you can avoid hitting him. Like you can bring AEs and then not hit his side.
Yeah, you can wait to fight him, but eventually you've gotta
poke the bear.
Yeah, you've gotta go at him. And honestly, waiting sometimes is scarier as his damage gets higher and higher. But I don't know. I think the RNG units. I don't know. I don't want to say it. And then we go into one of these tournaments, and like the first game, we're fighting Diana and Triple Revenge Verd and shit, and just get clapped. And it's like, okay, well, I guess nothing changed.
Well, this is why the single target was the better idea that we eventually had, because people were still playing the Diana Verd garbage. You're like, okay, dude, if you want to be a loser, then we're just gonna one shot you, and it was actually viable to one shot in 2v2 though.
Yeah, like the only tough part is we were having trouble speed contesting people because Bastet's only 99 base speed. The other girl now, Hong Yang or whatever her name is, she can't boost the other side. It's a thing that only goes to her side, so it's like
kind of a shit show. I'm trying to remember who's the next best attack.
Well, actually, I mean they buffed Draco since we did that.
He's a 50-50 now, but
yeah,
you really want to go 50-50 on the attack buff?
Never tell me the odds.
It's always that attack buff. Don't argue. Can you actually go into Goodwill and see if you can access 2v2? Apparently, from what I'm reading on the patch, it should be accessible in some
you
way.
can do 2v2, right? Someone's got to have a thing in here. Honestly, what is this light blue? Is that 2v2? I don't even know.
Just make the room.
What is
Just
light
make a room.
blue?
See if you can make one. No, you can't. I guess I took it out for now.
This tournament's in 9 days. when is when are they adding that back in? Does Lucky even know that it's not? Because like I feel like if I were him, I wouldn't even have checked.
Maybe he has advanced knowledge that we don't know about. I don't know. Because what I'm reading here is that 2v2 is now available through Goodwill Battle, Goodwill Contest. So
like if I'm him, I'm reading that patch note and I'm not checking. Like I wonder. Oh, you can scroll down on this. You can scroll down.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Saved. Okay, I'll just edit that out.
Saved.
That's not embarrassing at all.
So yeah,
I thought you tried.
Okay,
cool. Okay, good. So it is accessible by next week. Maybe we should start rerouting it from now. I could care less about. Now we'll see.
Well, when you get back from the meetup.
Yeah. Oh, are you going?
No, I said when you get back from the meetup.
I heard we.
No, I didn't even know about it until literally you guys said it the other day. I didn't even know it is.
Too late. It's not too late.
It's definitely too late. I will
just book the ticket. Oh man.
I don't know. You start driving now, you can make it.
Yeah.
Hell no. My limit for driving somewhere is like 2.5 hours. Other than that, I'm flying.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Actually,
2.5 hours. That's my cap. And that number is determined by that's the flight time to Florida. So if it's longer than the flight time to Florida, I'm just taking a flight to Florida. Fuck that. I'm not driving.
Valid argument. Valid. I guess we can talk if there's anything fancy in regular arena has stood out. For me, it's still Herney. I love Herney. That's it. That she heals while throwing debuffs is really nice. But she should still be not anti, but she shouldn't glance on her S3. It's ridiculous. That's my closing thoughts of current RTA.
I mean, I'm still in full test mode, so I don't really have an accurate analysis on anything yet. My builds are just changing every day, and I'm just trying random ass shit. But
did you rebuild the water Shadowcaster, or no? It's still disappointing.
I tried him. I don't like him. I don't think he's good.
I was everyone saying he's good?
Huh?
Well, people can call him the Water Douglas. Where's this coming from then?
Because he's a DPS unit that self protects and counterattacks. But I mean, honestly, he's closer to a Theomars, I think, than a Douglas.
Wait, how?
Douglas is literally better against water units than that guy is versus whatever. Douglas just outperforms him in every facet. I don't know.
I've fought it once. I don't own it, obviously, so that's why maybe you guys had something on it.
This guy's better than him, honestly.
Berman?
Yeah, dude, Berman. He's better than fucking that Shadowcaster.
Fucking love these Snorlax.
Dude,
I wish I can get more
Manx
skill
is serious business though. Manx is gonna make Special League so fun.
Which one is Minx?
Is that
Fire? Fire.
Oh yeah.
The budget Hathor that does damage.
I wish I had more skill ups for these guys. I don't even have this guy max skilled.
Dude, that's what's killing me. But fortunately, they don't need too many. But I'm getting pretty bad luck on my stuff.
Thankfully, this guy doesn't really need any. It's only skill ups for the first skill because he's one of the double passive ones.
Yeah.
And I have him on 0 accuracy, so I don't give a fuck about the activation rate. I ain't landed anything. He just clocks things.
The only busted strategy or thing I've figured out with them so far, it's not even that busted, is the fact that I think it's the healing ones are the only passive healers in the game that heal on team ups, which is kind of neat.
On team ups?
Like if
So
like if
like
you were
with
to take
route.
yeah, if you were to take rogue, then the wind and light one would heal your whole team for 20% just by like going along.
Pretty good.
Oh,
And I don't know if that's
because they team. Oh, that's weird. They can team up with sleeping units. That's
yes.
sick.
Yeah, so they'll team up and they will also heal because it's based on their passive.
Hmm.
Everyone figured if you can vio while you're asleep.
Yeah, you can.
You
You
can buy.
can. Okay, so last week we were saying we weren't sure about it, so
Yeah.
now we
I
know.
mean, they had been out for like 10 hours.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, we didn't even have enough for
I still
ourselves
don't
to
know if
test.
that's the build though. Like, dude, triple revenge is so good. It's so good. If I had some accuracy, it'd be even better. But like, it's,
Just, that's what artifacts are for.
I'm just straight damage, just
Fuck.
beating the shit out of things.
I'm not against it.
He's got
Yeah,
built-in vampire and stuff.
Yeah, the built-in vamp is juicy.
and then I guess potential change to the meta is, although it's a tiny one, is that Swift Ren is becoming more of a like
I've seen it.
people are building Swift Ren instead of Swift Ganny. I still
Mm.
think Swift Ganny is kind of garbage though, so it's like okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know. All
What
those
is
Swift
nice about
cheese
Swift
units aren't
Ganny?
that great.
Swift Ganny does have a place for strip cooldowns, or against strip cooldowns, so that at least you can ventilate one of your units that your opponent is targeting. But then again, most of the cooldowns that we're dealing with nowadays do pushback. So doing that doesn't really matter because you push back Ganny himself at the same time because most likely you're not having him on will and swift to like protect. Let's say like somebody strips something and then Oliver does a cooldown pushback. Ganny can ventilate that unit, but then Oliver just cools it down again the
Yeah.
next turn. So it doesn't matter.
But
I'm just ranting to realize it doesn't matter.
but I don't know about you guys. I'm like petrified of picking more than one Swift unit. I like won't do it. If someone wants to outspeed me, I just let them because I know if I even
How do you
take
win?
I know if I even take one step too far, they're gonna pivot, and I'm just gonna fucking lose. So
Thing is, but you can pivot. Like if let's say you're first taking at least one Swift unit, and then you notice that they're contesting speed with you. Now you don't want to take another Swift unit. Are you just taking your Abelio Juno then? 2 units I don't have
I
and
don't
make me
know. It
cry.
depends. Like if people pick Oliver, I am just being shameless and taking Antares
That's
because
fine.
it's
So am
just
I.
like I want to speed contest them, but I know the second that I start to, they're gonna take the Antares, and then my team's gonna be weak to it, and I'm gonna get fucking
So
crushed.
the one thing that has worked for me, although like you have to pick in a very specific way to do it, is that you now have at least two, like with the addition of Gina, you now have two piecing units that can support each other.
Uh,
So you can do things like, if you can manage to draft it correctly, like Water Ryu, Chungpung, Gina in the order of Ryu, Gina, Chungpung, and then that way, no matter which one of those three they ban, like you get some kind of either full team reset or potential CC plus damage, and
okay.
then that allows you to bring like either another speed lead or a speed lead booster. In my case, I'm being kind of cheesy and I do, because I have Wool Young, so I can do Wool Young Escher as like my next two. So I end up with two speed leads, two boosters, three strips, two follow ups, like within 5 units. I'm
Yeah.
not fast enough to like do it every time. But the issue is that a lot of times, like if you pick Gina too early, boop, Juno, and then you're like, well, guess
Yeah,
my fucking life sucks.
naturally.
But do you really need to ban Juno if you're taking both Wooly Young and Escher? Do
You'd
you
be
find that
surprised.
is it your artifacts are not enough to deal with Juno with your Wooly Young Escher?
Uh,
Well, you don't
the
get a
the issue
chance. How do
the
you even
issue
get a
the issue is if
chance?
if they ban Chungpung, right?
Okay.
Like I either get to boost and I either get Escher Wolyang and
Okay.
I either boost with both of them or whatever, and then I go
Mm,
Ryu and then I hit Gina, then they just full heal.
yeah, because
They
then
haven't
they
they haven't
move next.
Yeah, I'm just realizing that now because you don't, and plus you like pushback as well when they ban the Chung Pong.
Yeah, so
So
so like what ends up happening is like you basically have to ban Gina, but then you're susceptible to, oh, what if they Triton you? Like, I mean, there's lots of these other units that are legitimate speed contests also, so you don't necessarily win the speed fight. and they have 2 basically hard counters to your team, and you get to pick which one you want to die to.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'm not really using any of the 2-piece units though, just because I don't know. I'll probably I always go back to Chung Peng. Like he's just like the X I can't get over. I just always go back to him.
Yeah.
But man, it's just so frustrating, dude. You even dare to pick that unit, and it's so annoying because like I hate losing to him because I'm like, man, I know if I picked him, the person on the other side would just have no shame and just beat the shit out of me with Diana and Douglas and whatever. And it's like, I just have to sit here and take it because I don't feel like picking those units, once in a blue moon. But
I've been less shameless. I'm taking Antares, and I don't feel bad about it
I
against
need to.
Darkies.
I don't feel
I
bad
actually
about
need.
it. I just don't have fun.
I actually need to unruin my Swift units because I think my win rate was a lot higher whenever I was just picking Antares anytime they went Swift.
Yep.
And it's like now I'm trying to be like all honorable and shit and just like actually pick Swift units and contest. And I'm like, yeah, every time I win, I'm like, yeah, I did it the right way. And
Yeah,
then the
I
other
know.
5 times I lose, and I'm like, I should have just Antares that
Yeah,
guy.
this was stupid. What am I doing? I'm doing this to myself.
The root of all evil is the fucking
Well, it's
people who
just
win with Antares.
there's
That's
no
what it
there's no winning because it's just like I don't have fun winning with an Antares because I have zero control over whether or not I'm gonna win, which is just annoying to me. Like it's
is.
just like I might blow this guy out of the water, or I might just get completely thrashed, and I have no impact on that decision. It's just if this unit is gonna go fucking nuts or not,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like it's just not fun. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm sitting there watching the RTA match instead of playing it. Like I'm just seeing what's going to happen instead of having any impact on what's going to happen.
I just wish we had better turn 2 units to not have to be always taking Antares. But you can't make anything better than Antares, though.
No, there will never be a mechanic better than his.
Fucking
As
insane.
random as it is and as like out of control as it is, like how you
I
might
mean,
get
I don't know.
quick cuts
Oh,
on the
Fire
perfect turn.
Robo. Okay, Fire Robo. Have either of you been playing with Fire Robo?
I have tried it. In fact, I have a YouTube video using 4 Robo. I don't know, 3
Oh
Robo.
shit!
Oh, the Exodia one? Is that the Exodia one?
Yeah, it's stupid, but it's when it works, it's hilarious though.
How do you guys have so many robos? Are they skilled up?
I don't. No, I don't even have a single one. Well, I have my light one, but it's not even skilled up. I like the light one though. The light one
Yeah,
is
well, I
nice with
summon
well,
I because I save up and summon a lot on SP buttons. So like, I mean, I have all 4. This is braggable moment, but I have all 4 cats that I pulled skilled up already. For instance,
that's
Saki.
I know
very
it's
sad.
insane. Well, I mean, it was like 6,000 scrolls, but yeah, or like 5,000. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Fine.
hope so. I would
Fine.
hope at that
Fine. You
point.
deserve it. Actually,
and
I've got more robos at this point than I thought. But when I was summoning on that SP button, it was not. That shit was like glitched. I
Yeah,
think I did like
yeah, I
1,200
mean,
scrolls on that SP button, and I
it's
got
really
one of each
streaky,
color.
right? I mean, yeah. But yeah, so I built the dark one, the fire one, and the wind one. And the wind one is like the most crowd pleaser unit in the entire game. It is ridiculous
the heal is
because
so good.
no, oh no, not the cats, the robos.
Oh, you're
The,
talking about the rope?
the graphic on the punch is the absolute best thing. Like, go to skill preview and look at this
I was
punch.
gonna say I've never seen it. I
It
don't
is
know what this
it is
guy
the
does.
best animation in the game. 100%. It is so good.
What?
Wait, you do it again?
He goes and does the whole team one at a
Well, as
time?
okay, if he yeah, so if he stuns one, he'll go to the next one, and he'll keep doing it until he doesn't stun somebody. So he's
That's
just sitting there.
cool.
He's just sitting there punching the shit out of their team. It's the best. Oh, it's
Yo,
so good.
all
It
these
is so good.
animations are really good. These are like heavily animated.
Yeah, all the robos. Some guy who has like an actual like ability to animate things like made these. Like, it's like a cartoon. It's like the
Yeah.
best. They're so good.
See, this is the only one I have built, and yeah, this one's kind of lackluster because you don't actually see that revive part of it. He just kind of
Yeah, but I
goes into
mean,
ball
but wait,
flight.
is this like the only thing in the game where the actual model of the unit
Just
changes?
completely changes. Yeah, it's super cool. Huh?
Like,
That's interesting.
I like the light one the most because it's the only one I've built.
Oh, look at the dark one's animations. Also, just a big cartoon of hilarity.
Full burst. I don't even know what's. Oh my god.
That's actually straight out of an anime.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
why
ridiculous.
are
All these, they're so good.
that raises my expectations for the next transmogs.
I don't think you can ever transmog these robos. Well, you can, but like,
No, I mean like just the next, not for the robos, just the next transmogs in general.
oh, I got a quad crit rate on a
Dude,
guard rune.
we need striker transmogs though, just to go way off
Yeah,
RTA
but
topic.
you know, if you have the what do you call it?
Ryu, yeah.
The Ryu version. Apparently, you're not allowed to re-app it or not re-app it.
Well, I don't have the Ryu version, so I don't care. Give me a
I
striker
do. I would
transmog.
say I actually like the striker more than the Ryu.
If I really this is I really want to get talisman because I
Talisman.
because
Oh yeah,
because I want to run the triple spinny kick. Basically, I want to run the same thing as the triple robo team, but triple like
triple
basically
Oh,
split kick.
talisman water Ryu and
Ken.
Ken.
Wait, he has that S2? He
Yeah,
that's why is he bad? I don't actually know. I mean, I've never fought.
because
Actually, I
he
fought him
'cause
once. Patty Sore used him against me once.
the problem is he doesn't have a speed lead, and people don't want to gamble on despair. But I still think he's like an amazing despair unit.
Yeah. He's double AoE, right?
Yeah, he's double AoE. He technically pseudo counters Douglas because he attack buffs himself for his third hit,
Huh.
You know, you're not getting enough attack on that. So
and he
don't say
attack
that.
breaks on skill 1. No, we get enough attack at the speeds I run.
Oh, okay,
Okay, they but
okay.
on the strikers though, they have got to buff the shitty S2 that these ones have.
I
I
might
mean,
actually end up summoning him from my event because he's the only new one.
and
He's so fun.
they'll never do it because it's Douglas's, but they have to. This skill's so bad. It's only good on Douglas because he fucking uses it when he revenges. Like, obviously that's broken, but this skill, like, on its own to like use it on your turn is so bad.
You know what they need to do with Kashmir to make him better is they need to make it so just make him like Douglas. Make his skill 3 chain into his skill 2.
Okay, that'd be
So
Yo,
he,
fucking crazy.
crazy good.
Imagine that whole chain though is sequenced on landing that first, like the first thing. So you can either go, what is it? He has to strip first, and then when they have no thing, then he yeah. So it's all hinged on the strip. You miss the strip, nothing happens. You
Right,
land
then
the
you gotta
strip,
change
now
the
you
name.
death break. Okay, did you land the death break? Okay, now you get your next hit. Did you get your next hit? Now you get your second skill. And then your second skill has a chance to chain into your first skill.
So then it's quadruple strike instead of triple strike now, or triple crush, whatever it's called.
Well, no,
You
because
gotta
the
change it.
second skill can
quintuple
chain into the
quintuple
first
strike.
skill, so you can get 5 hits. Because the second
No, but
skill
I
can
mean,
chain the
the
first.
S3
Yeah, the S3 is 3 hits.
is just gonna say 3 hits if you add the S2 into it.
Yeah, yeah. Just do the
Okay.
S2 after. 4th hit. Easy.
Oh, so it's set up for the defense break and the brand.
Yeah, and
'Cause
then you have a chance to get your first skill.
And then if you somehow don't kill after that, you have a chance into your first skill.
Correct.
So it'll be fun. Okay.
But
Okay,
you're gonna
just-
miss
just
the
to be
strip.
clear.
You're gonna miss the strip every time, and then your chain's gonna just stop right
It's
then
true,
and there.
but the idea is great. The idea is phenomenal.
The idea is fine right now. It's just his S2 and his S1 are absolute garbage.
Kashmir
he
is the
ends up-
most fun unit in the game, and
He's
mostly
cool,
because
but-
he's a direct counter to Douglas, and I love it.
He is if you land and shit, but
Well, but no one runs. Well, not no one, but very few people run 100 res Douglas anymore. At least that
I
I've
don't
seen.
even consider res a real stat. I'm just going by the
Yeah.
15%. I don't even,
Everything's
yeah, I'm just going by the 15% of the time that he's just gonna
Yep.
do fuck all.
even though I ruin everything in 80 plus accuracy, I still believe that 100 res doesn't work.
Yeah.
Even though I target in case there are 100 res, I'm a hypocrite already. I'm a hypocrite when it comes to this.
Yeah. All right, we can wrap it up here if you guys want. We're at about an hour, so that's
Oh,
that's
oh,
like
are we?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we,
pretty.
we rambled a little bit. I mean, we talked about a little bit of 2v2, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna happen
mean,
every episode.
And we
Here's
kind of
the
circled
topic.
back to it.
Here's 5 minutes of the topic, and here's 40 minutes of rambling.
Excuse me, let me introduce you to my manifesto.
But yeah, thank you for joining us, Apze.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have you back. Always a pleasure.
Always.
Anytime.
And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe,
you, guys.
like, all that good stuff. And we will see you next week. Peace out.
Hopefully. Peace.